All right, let's just get right into it. AI agents are supposed to be the next big thing, right? They promise to change how we work entirely. But if you've actually used one, I'm betting you've hit that wall of frustration. You give it a task, it seems like it gets it, and then it just falls flat. So today, we're going to tear down exactly why your AI agent feels so dumb, and more importantly, how you can fix it. I mean, does this sound familiar to you? You're trying to automate a simple workflow, you lay out the instructions, and what you get back is either a total failure or, well, just garbage. You are not alone. This is what most people are experiencing, and it's enough to make you think these tools just aren't ready. But here's the thing. What if the AI isn't the problem at all? Seriously, the models we have now are incredibly powerful. The real problem, the thing that's holding you back, is probably the way you're teaching it. It turns out you have all the power to get amazing results, but you might be accidentally staring it right off a cliff. To really get the solution, we have to understand the problem first. And the problem is something I like to call the context trap. This is where everything goes sideways, and it's all about how the AI gets the information it needs to do its job. Let's be super clear about one thing. The models themselves, your GPT-4s, your Claude Opuses, they are good. They're insanely capable. But here's the catch. They aren't mind readers. Their performance depends 100% on the context you give them. Bad context in, bad results out. It's really that simple. So what is this big mistake that's causing so much headache? Well, it comes down to a fundamental misunderstanding of how to give that context. And it's something almost everybody is getting wrong. You're seeing that right. A staggering 95% of users are making the exact same critical error when they set up their agents. They're falling for a trap that just torches their resources, tanks performance, and pretty much guarantees they'll be disappointed. And here it is, the mistake. People are stuffing everything into these giant agent.md files. Think of it like a massive multi-page instruction manual that you force the AI to read from start to finish for every single task. It's like reminding a five-star chef how to hold a knife every single time they start to cook. It's not just a waste, it actually makes the agent worse at its job. And check this out, the difference here is just wild. Look at the token cost. Tokens are basically the AI's brain power. It's currency for thinking. That giant agent.md file can eat up almost 1,000 tokens on every run. The skills method? A measly 53 tokens until it's actually needed. This isn't just about saving a few cents. It's about performance. A bloated context makes the model slow, confused. A lean one keeps it sharp and fast. So, if the old way is totally broken, what's the right way? Well, the solution is super elegant, it's efficient, and it's called skills. This is how the pros build AI agents that are actually intelligent. The secret sauce here is a concept called progressive disclosure. See, instead of force-feeding the AI that giant manual every time, the agent only sees a simple list of available skills, just a name and a quick description. It's kind of like a table of contents. Only when the agent decides, hey, I need that specific skill for this task, does it load the full instructions. This is an absolute game changer for efficiency. Now, you're going to see marketplaces popping up with all these pre-made skills you can download. But honestly, the best advice is right here on the screen. Build your own. Why? Because a downloaded skill has no idea about your specific workflow. It's generic. Building your own means it's perfectly tailored to what you need. And besides, let's be real. Downloading random code can be a huge security risk. Just like Mom said, the food at home is usually better for you. Okay, so we get it. We need to build our own custom skills. But how do we actually do it right? There's a method that really separates the people who succeed from those who fail, and we're going to walk through it right now. First things first, you have to completely change your mindset. Stop thinking of your AI as some kind of magic box that should just know things. Instead, think of it as a brand new employee, super smart, super capable, but they know absolutely nothing about how you do things at your company. You got to train them. So here's what pretty much everyone does, and it's totally backwards. They figure out a task they want to automate, and they immediately sit down and try to write a super detailed skill for it from scratch. This is doomed to fail, because you're basically writing a training manual for an employee who has never once done the job correctly. The AI has no idea what a successful outcome even looks like. So here's the right way. It's crucial. You identify the workflow, but then you work with the AI. You guide it step by step through the entire task. You're basically doing the job together. Once, and only once, you get a perfect result, you then say, okay, that was great. Now look at our chat history and create a skill based on that successful run. You've just given it the perfect blueprint. And this is where the magic really happens. Your job isn't done after you create the skill. You use it. And you know what? It's probably going to fail on some weird edge case. But don't get frustrated. This is a golden opportunity. Ask the agent why it failed, help it find the right fix, and then, this is the most important part, tell it to update the original skill with that new information so it never makes that mistake again. This is the loop that creates truly bulletproof automation. So once you get good at building these individual skills, you can start to think bigger. How do you build an entire system of agents that makes you massively more productive? Well, it takes a little patience and the right strategy. I think we all expect this beautiful, straight line going up and to the right, instant productivity from day one. The reality, it looks a lot more like this chart. There's this initial dip, a trough of sorrow for maybe a couple of weeks where you're just teaching, guiding, and fixing things. But if you can push through that initial investment, the curve shoots straight up and the payoff is absolutely huge. This is probably the single most important piece of advice for building out your system. Don't go setting up a team of 10 different sub-agents just because it looks cool and complex. Start with one agent. Patiently build its library of skills for your main workflows. Only when a task gets so complex that it really needs a dedicated specialist do you spin up another agent. Scale based on real need, not on hype. So let's just hammer home the key facts here. For context, stop the massive agent.md files. Use lean skills. For creation, don't write skills in a vacuum. Build them from a successful run. And for mindset, it's not magic. It's a new employee that needs about 2 weeks of training. If you get these things right, you flip the script from high cost and low efficiency to the total opposite. Look, if you only remember one single thing from all this, make it this. Your AI agent is your newest employee. Onboard it right, walk it through your processes. When it messes up, use it as a teaching moment. Then, and only then, turn that hard-won success into a reusable skill. So this leaves us with a really interesting debate. Is this whole process of manually training an agent and building skills a brilliant new form of deep work that makes you more valuable? Or is it just a temporary annoyance that some new tool is going to completely automate away in 6 months? What's your take? Think about your own work right now. What's the very first, most annoying, repetitive thing you would teach your new AI employee to do? Let us know in the comments, drop your idea for a first skill below, and we'll send you a link to a curated list of tools and our experts' mind map to get you started.